Hi, thanks for tuning into the Inverted Podcast, where we want to walk with one another as we explore what the inverted kingdom of God looks like. Enjoy the episode.
Hi guys, this is PJ. Welcome to Inverted Podcast number 24, My Weakness, God's Glory, and I have a very special friend with me, Marsha Porter. Welcome, Marsha.
Thank you.
So our worlds kind of intersect and collide in Dublin, Texas. I graduated from Dublin in 94.
A long time ago.
That is a long time ago. I'm a Dublin boy, go Lions. But you live and exist around the Dublin area, although you have a Comanche address, right?
Yes, yes. So my husband and I both graduated from Tarleton.
Okay.
And
what year did you graduate?
97.
Ooh.
He graduated in 96. I graduated in 97.
I graduated in 99.
No,
so.
that's wrong. I graduated in 96, actually.
Oh, okay. Speaking of
and we got married in 97. So, we stayed in Stephenville for a while, and just life kind of brought us to different places. We were in San Antonio, and then after we had children, we're like, we don't want to raise our kids in the city. Where can we go? Where is a good place? And both of us kind of agreed on Stephenville. Okay. We literally just drove around town one weekend looking at rent houses, and we did stay in Stephenville for a while, but ended up in Dublin, and that's where 2 out of the 3 of my kids graduated from high school.
Very cool. And they had my dad as a teacher.
Yes.
Yes, and just he spoke highly of your kiddos, and
so my kids loved your dad. Every time that the song "I Miss the Rains Out in Africa" comes on, I think of your dad. Even though I wasn't in the class, my son kind of reminds me of that all the time. So they loved your dad.
That's cool. It's weird because I don't think I get the same experience with my dad as students of his. You know, it's like, who is this guy? I mean, I'm thankful for my dad. He and I have a great relationship, but in that, it's like, who's the guy in the classroom, you know? But if I was ever in his classroom, it would have been horrible. So I know why God had us go different ways.
Yeah,
for sure.
So actually a funny story. I don't know the exact story, but I know somehow my son lit the trash can on fire.
Oh, yeah?
And I think that's where he gained the most respect for your dad, is he thought he was going to be in really deep trouble, and your dad just handled it really well.
Yeah, I was like, never tried to light the trash can on fire at home, so I guess maybe is it too late? I'm going to go see him in a little bit and just like, hey, Dad, I lit the trash can on fire. How are you going to respond?
You should at least ask him a story.
Yeah, I'm going to. I gave him enough stories of my own for sure. So how long have you and Jess been married?
27 years.
Okay. I'm a rom-com junkie, so Notting Hill, one of my most favorite movies of all times. So how did y'all meet? Who fell in love first?
He did, of course.
Of course.
No. What's not to love?
Right.
No.
Right.
No, okay, so it's kind of, we were actually 15 years old. His best friend and my best friend were dating. He lived in Junction. I grew up in Mason, which is about 45 miles from each other. Okay. I drove over one night to with my friend to go see her boyfriend, and I was on a blind date. Okay. That I was not impressed with.
Jess?
No.
Oh, another guy.
And Jess was working at a gas station at the time, and we drove by, and we were going to pick him up after work that day, and that's kind of the end of it right there.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, so.
Oh, so he was working at a gas station. The first date didn't work out, so he was a rebound.
Yes, pretty much. Yes.
Well, it's good to know this story. And how long did y'all date before you got married?
Oh, a long time. Like I said, I was 15. So I want to say 7 or 8 years. I don't know exactly. He can tell you like the exact amount of days probably. Yes. But yeah, my dad always said that if I quit school, or that if I got engaged before I quit school, he wouldn't pay for it. Right. So I graduated in December, got married in January.
There we go. Incentive. What do you do here at TRC?
I am the director of guest relations.
You know a lot of people.
I do. I know a lot of people, not all faces. My weakness is names. I'm trying to get better at that.
It's horrible. What I love about you, Marsha, is your joy in serving. Many times in churches or being around ministry, you see people that are kind of hanging out in a space, but they're like, it's almost like they have the bitter beer face, right? It's like, oh, you serve here? Wonderful. That's great. But you just carry a joy, an infectious joy that overflows to the rest of us. It's almost, when I see you on a Sunday morning, it's a refreshing moment for me to remember what it's all about. So I've never said that face to face. We have to wait until camera moment. But I do want to thank you for that. You're a blessing to TRC. You're a blessing to my family. And thank you for being who you are. And your husband does something kind of on the side here too, right?
Yes.
What does he do?
He is one of the elders here at Timber Ridge.
Yeah. We were talking about that earlier, and it's so fun to see. When we first came in here 2 years ago, the leadership were like, okay, what does this look like? And over the last 2 years, we have been together through thick and thin, and we have seen a relationship, a bonding that has occurred that I haven't seen in any other churches. Awesome. And we just met this morning. There's laughter, there's tears, there's just the fullness of it. But what I love about your husband and Tanner, he said this about him. He is able to look at things differently than the rest of us. And so to have someone in the room with that and not being fearful, or he doesn't worry about stepping on toes, right?
Right.
And that's good though, because you feel safe around people like that. So you and your husband both add an element here at TRC, but more importantly, just the encouragement you are to us. So thank you.
Thank you.
Now, small talk's over,
Okay.
right?
Yep.
I could do this all day with you, but we're talking about something unique that you have journeyed with your entire life. I don't really know the story. This will be my first time hearing it too. Thank you. It's entitled My Weakness, God's Glory. And you have a syndrome. Mm-hmm. What is it?
It is Tourette Syndrome. I was, I guess, formally diagnosed in the 6th grade.
Yes.
I have not ever been on medications because the medications all has some type of side effects, which I did not want to deal with, really. And some of them are not good.
Okay. What does it look like in your day-to-day life?
With Tourette's, your symptoms kind of wax and wane. I can sit here in front of the camera at times and withhold it, but eventually they're going to come out. Mm-hmm. Sometimes you get weird looks, sometimes weird stares. Yeah. And then a lot of times, like when you're alone, like I said, you can kind of suppress it for a while, but they're going to eventually come out.
Yeah. And when you first realized in 6th grade, mm-hmm. Yeah, nothing else happens in 6th grade, right? That's the most secure part of your
no hormones or
life.
anything like that, right?
How did the symptoms, how were they visible? How did they appear?
I want to say probably just like a tick, a head jerk at first, and they change throughout life. Sometimes people, their teenage years get worse. Sometimes they get better. Sometimes in adult life it goes away. Mm-hmm. I feel like mine have kind of just remained the same. I will say that like when I'm tired or stressed, that they're definitely worse. Right. So I have to make sure that I'm taking care of myself, exercising, eating well.
Yes. What did it do to you, a 6th grade girl, when you realized you had it?
It was hard. I remember, laying at bed at night and just kind of bargaining with God. God, if you'll take this away, I'll do this. Or even just praying, please heal me, God.
Right.
I mean, it's embarrassing.
It was. Okay. How did people respond? Did you go from like one day? So what did the progression look like? It was like a Monday, everything was normal, and then Tuesday.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I can't answer that. I mean, I just know like in 6th grade is whenever I think I was aware, like, okay, I don't know what I'm doing and I can't control it. But like going back and looking at like baby pictures, it's kind of like almost like some of my hands, like, I don't know. Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah. Okay. So you continued to grow up, 6th, 7th, 8th. How did Tourette's, did it look different at 8th grade, 10th grade versus 6th grade?
Not really. And I grew up in a small school. We had about 40 or 50 people. I mean, yeah, there's people that made fun of me, I guess. But it wasn't like completely horrible. I mean, I don't want to say completely horrible, but I mean, I feel like I ran with a popular crowd. I was cheerleader. I played basketball. You know, I had a good childhood, like a normal childhood, I would say.
So then,
I just kind of ignored it. I feel like if people did say something, I ignored it at the time. You know, I might hear something off in the side, and I just like kind of change the subject or something.
Was it more something that bothered you in the quiet moments when you were at home, or sounded like it?
No, I think more in public because I didn't want people to see it.
Mm-hmm. And when people saw it at a younger age, how did you respond?
At that time, I ignored it, or I just tried to hide it, I guess.
Right.
Like I'd cough or something instead of, you know, something else.
Right. I don't, you know, yours is unique and I guess more visible for sure. I have nystagmus where I shake my head back and forth, and I'd always look for ways to, I knew when it was going to come on, and I'd always kind of move my head or, you know, try to be in control. For sure. It says the Apostle Paul describes a thorn in the flesh that he asked God to remove, but learned to live with it. Would you describe your experience with Tourette's as a thorn in the flesh?
I would say yes, because like I said, I mean, it used to be one of those things I would bargain with God. I would pray for it, you know, please heal me. And now I'm like, this is how he made me. This is how I'm going to be for the rest of my life or not. I don't know. But just to live each day as I am now. And so, yeah.
The hardest moment. The most difficult.
These moments right here, I think, which they're hard because I'm letting myself be known to the world. I also did spoke at a Emmaus walk a long time ago. It was hard, but at the same time, it's also the best, the most refreshing, because it's out there now at the same time. And, you know, people know me. They know my authenticity. They know I'm real.
Right.
So, and also I can maybe somehow help others, you know.
Right. So this is the difficult moment.
It is. It's hard.
And so did we twist your arm, or did we just? How did you end up here? Why would you sit in a chair and where something is difficult for you, and where the vulnerability you can't hide it, and you're out there? What makes you sit in this chair?
Because I was asked.
Really?
Mm-hmm. And I mean, I feel like if God wants to use me, then I have to put myself out there, no matter how comfortable it is. And this has kind of been a long time in the making. I think you asked me maybe back in May or June, and I tried to give you some dates, and then y'all were on vacation, and it just didn't work out. And then Sierra last night is like, hey, can you do it sometime tomorrow? I'm like, yes, how about after staff meeting? She's like, great. I'm like, oh no. But it was good like that because I didn't have time to sit there and be like, oh my gosh, what did I get myself into? Can I change my mind? You know, so I liked the timing of it. It was good. What
are some moments in your life that you're like, okay, God, please don't let it be as intense during these moments? Wedding?
Right here.
Really?
Yes. Oh, for sure. Okay. Yeah. Wedding. Any type of big events. Like I said that whenever I get nervous, being on stage, you know, they're worse. So yeah, that's definitely, I'm like, okay, just, you know.
Right.
Yeah.
Have you ever had an issue with God? Like, why did you make me this way?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I not that I ever really strayed and said, well, I'm not going to love you anymore and I'm not going to follow you. Right. But yeah, definitely questions of like, why am I like this? Why?
Yeah. Was it difficult for you being a mom? You wanted to hide it from your kids, friends?
No, I think just because it was a gradual, like when they're a baby, of course, they don't know what's going on. And so they've always lived with me like that. So it was kind of like, this is who I am type thing.
Has anyone cut you deep? I know that wasn't the page. That wasn't the question, but
I don't think so.
That's cool.
I feel like most people in my life, especially ones that I know personally, have been very accepting.
Okay.
And I know not everybody has that luxury.
So let me ask you this, and off script, so I apologize. When you are in that moment where it's more visible, how should people respond? Do you see people being uncomfortable?
Yeah, I think that's it more than anything.
Okay.
It's me being uncomfortable also, but yes, other people for sure. They don't know what to do.
Right.
And I've had people say, "Hey, are you okay?" And I'm like, "Oh yeah, I'm good." I used to be, "Oh yeah, I'm good." But now I'm like, "Yes, I have Tourette's." Like now I kind of, I guess take more of an ownership than I did whenever I was younger.
Yes.
I think another question. People, especially kids, are like, "Oh my gosh, what if I get that from her? It's not contagious."
Okay. Yeah, it's not contagious.
And so.
I'm going to stop right here for a second. Did the camera cut off? Okay, good. You can edit that out? Okay, all right. Okay, perfect. This is a good stopping point anyway. But, okay, Paul says, "My grace is sufficient for you, for my power is made perfect in weakness." Have you found moments of unexpected strength? Like maybe, or hope, or grace, when you had moments that you thought were going to be more difficult, but they weren't?
Yes, I think, like I said, I can suppress them for a certain amount of time, and there's a lot of times like, thank you God, that I was able to get through this without like totally ruining the whole thing.
Yeah. What about the spectrum? If 10's the worst, 1's not very bad at all. Where are you on the spectrum?
Oh gosh.
Because I
probably
heard
a 7 or 8.
Okay.
I don't know.
Does cussing come with it?
It does for some people.
Did you ever cuss?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
How did you? And I'm not laughing at you.
I
It's
get
like, how did you like? Because I've never heard any
under my breath.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So why?
I don't know. Okay, it's just like somebody, like when you have to sneeze and you're like, trying to hold it back. Eventually.
Yeah. Do you have a favorite cuss word just under your breath?
No.
Okay.
And I'll tell you something else that's kind of weird, but like whenever I've seen, whether it be a podcast or seen something on TV or something else with Tourette's, and I've heard that this is common, but like you see their tick, and so like you try it,
really?
Type thing. Yeah.
Okay. So, oh my goodness. And have you ever used it? Like towards Jess, and you're like, "Oh, that's just my."
I don't know that I have, but thanks for the tip.
No, yeah, for sure. You can edit that out. How has your faith helped you navigate it?
Just like I said, just handling it differently than I used to. There's a verse. It's Psalms 139, I think. Yeah. Mm-hmm. It says, "Thank you for making me so wonderfully complex. Your workmanship is marvelous, and how well I know it. You watched me as I was being formed in utter seclusion, as I was woven together in the dark of the womb. You saw me before I was born. Every day of my life was recorded in your book. Every moment was laid out before a single day had passed." And that just tells me, that God has a plan in everything, that I am who He designed me to be, and that I need to live out life as He designed me to be.
You're confident.
Well, thank you. I don't feel like it sometimes.
No,
but
you carry this. Like, we never sit down and have a Q&A and an edit later, but this is my first time to sit with you. Mm-hmm. And you have received this, the Tourette's. I'm not saying you're okay with it,
right?
But it's just part of you. Mm-hmm. Oh my goodness!
Take it or leave it, like it or not. I am who I am.
How do you get there?
Friends and family that support me, a church that supports me.
Did you ever feel like that you could be used? God could use you in a greater way if you didn't have Tourette's?
No, I don't think so. I mean, like I said, I feel like I did fine in high school. Ultimately, I'm married. I have 3 beautiful kids. I used to teach school. I feel like I just live the normal life as everybody else does.
Right. You've thrown me because I was not expecting to hear what I'm hearing.
I figured.
Really?
Yeah.
Why is that? What did you think?
Because of the title of it. What was the title again?
We had problems with that, didn't we? My weakness, God's glory. You don't see it as a weakness?
I'm not going to say it's not. I don't see it as a weakness because I do, because it's not something that I have control over. Right. But I've learned to live with that weakness. That's the difference.
Oh, what is that difference?
just that, I mean, like I said, well, I am who I am. I am enough, you know. I know also that ultimately I won't have it one day. Whenever I go and be with the Lord. This earthly body will not be the same.
Are you looking forward to that day?
I am.
Yeah.
Which, that's something else, you know. I wasn't looking forward to that 20, 30, 40 years ago. I'm like, oh my gosh, I don't want to die. I'm scared to die.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
You know, I'm there too. It's not like I'm not signing up to get in line first, right?
Exactly. Don't sink my cruise ship next week.
But now, but it's an anticipation of being with Him.
Yes.
That's where I'm at now.
Yeah.
And so did you ever seek out anyone else with Tourette's to kind of hear their story or journey?
Not really. There was a guy whenever I think there are two guys at Tarleton whenever I was that were twins, and I don't know if both of them or just one of them had Tourette's, and I never really spoke to them about it.
Right.
But yeah, I would watch them.
Really?
Yeah. And I have seen people in my life, I'm like, oh, they have Tourette's, you know, but I have not ever, I guess, yeah, I'm bold, but I'm not bold enough to go and be like, hey, let's talk about our. You're
not?
No. I mean, I might be now.
Okay.
I might be now.
Right.
If I saw somebody at church, like, hey, it wouldn't get, you know, hey, you want to meet at the coffee shop or something, you know, later on.
Yeah.
I don't know that I've had the opportunity within the last 5 or 10 years, so.
Someone that is dealing with something beyond Tourette's or maybe Tourette's that others are able to see or misunderstand, what advice would you give them?
I would say even things that you can't see, you know, whether it be anxiety, depression, whatever, that every one of us, everybody, I mean, I don't know anybody that doesn't have something, even if it's just a temporary thing.
Yes.
You know, have something wrong with them. That's just how Satan has, you know, come into our world. And just be who you are. You are enough. God created you on purpose, for a purpose.
Yeah.
And just live that out. Find where God can use you the most. And like I kind of said a while ago, one of these days we won't be in this same place.
That's interesting. You say find the place where God can use you the most. Here, you're in front of people. You know, you're around people. One would think that you would find something that wasn't so visible.
Yeah, I agree with you, but I feel like this is my calling. I like to work with people. I like to be out there. That's where I get my adrenaline, my endorphins. I just like to. I like to help others. I want to say that's my love language, I guess. I just like to help others, and I really kind of always have. And this is just a setting that allows me that opportunity. I mean, before that, I was teaching school, which I guess I was helping kids.
Right.
You know,
in front of people.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not sure how you can help people without being in front of them. You know, I mean, it's hard to help them, I guess, kind of on a computer screen. So I don't know. I guess that's kind of the only opportunity there is. You don't really help someone behind a closed door.
So God didn't make a mistake.
No.
God didn't.
He doesn't make mistakes.
I know. I know. Well, yes, I know. But that's sometimes hard to journey through that. How about your parents? When they found out, was it difficult for them?
I didn't want to talk to them about it.
Why not?
I think at that point in my life, I wanted to hide it. I wanted to play like it wasn't there. It didn't exist. So I didn't really talk to them about it.
Did they help you through it?
Not really.
Not really?
Not really. I don't think I allowed them to.
Okay.
Like, I won't say, like, Mom tried to send me, I think, to a counselor one time, and I, like, literally was fist at the car. I did not want to go out because I'm like, this isn't going to help. I don't think they knew at the time, what to do, how to do it. And even now, there's not a ton of research as to what causes it. There's not a treatment for it. There's not a cure. There's things that can help it. Like I said, they have side effects.
Right.
So I fought it for a long time, I want to say.
Yeah. It's made you stronger.
Yes.
It's made your God more tangible. Paul says, he finishes all his is this discussion about the thorns. And it is said that the thorns that he's talking about being removed potentially was his eyesight, maybe cataracts. He was losing his eyesight because in Galatians 4, it talks about, hey, the church in Galatia, they loved him so much they would ripped out their own eyes and gave them to Paul, which maybe signifies it was an issue with eyes. For someone that writes all the time, we understand that. But then he ends up saying, his power is made perfect in our weakness. I've read commentaries. I've sat and thought through this. It's still difficult for me to grasp his power is made perfect in our weakness. Can you help me?
No.
But how has his power been made perfect in your weakness?
Just knowing that whatever it is, whatever the situation, there's nothing that he can't do. One of my favorite verses is Jeremiah 29:11. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord. No matter what it is, he's already gone before me, and will continue to do that as long as I seek him in everything that I do.
Okay. So good. My last question. If God came to you and said, hey, I'll take it away from me. I'll take it away from you.
Coming. I knew you were going to ask me that.
I'll take it away from you. What would you do?
I'm going to have to say yes. I would let him.
No.
I mean, because I've always prayed for that. I've always prayed for a miracle. So if God wants to do that and he wants to use me, it would just be part of my testimony. It's not that I'm going to be like, okay, thanks God, I'm done with you now. You've taken it away. It's just another part of my testimony. Another way that he could use me.
That's beautiful. Because this is what's unique about you too. When I think you're going to go right, you go left. And when I think you're going to go left, you're going to go right. And there's nothing wrong with that answer. I mean, the right answer, the puffed up pride answer is like, no, I'll keep it. You know, it's my cross, I'll carry it. But that's, why wouldn't we say yes, right?
Right.
At the same time, it's helped you become who you are today. What is the one thing that you think you have learned in having Tourette's?
I guess just how to be yourself. You can't change things. So just go with it. I mean, I kind of already said this, I feel like, but just be yourself. And that no matter what the situation is, your life can impact somebody else.
Yeah. Do you believe your life has impacted other people?
I think so. I know, like on the Emmaus walk, whenever I kind of talked about it, I had a lot of people, not that had Tourette's, but like, hey, I've struggled with this. Can we talk about it? How do I deal with this? I mean, I feel like everybody has something of their, even a miscarriage. I've shared people, about that. And at the time, you think you're the only person dealing with it.
Yes.
You're the only person. But there are so many more that are dealing with it that don't have anybody to come to and don't want to talk about it. And I feel, even though I'm not don't know everything about it and I can't, but I feel like people that have things in common can talk about things. Obviously, your friends, that's who you have things in common with. But, there's just one more thing that I have in common with somebody that I could reach out to, that I could help.
Let's say someone, and this is the closeout, this is the final, you're going to close it out. Someone has just found out that they have Tourette's or they have something else, or visible or invisible. What is step one of maneuvering through it?
Don't fight it.
Yeah.
Don't try to hide it. I guess try to help others.
Yeah.
And that was a really lame answer, but yeah.
No, it's not, because you have. Marsha, you have taken something that you didn't ask for and made it into something that hasn't stopped you. A lot of people, I'm going to use the word handicapped, but have handicapped themselves because their condition has become their identity. And I don't see that with you. Marsha, again, I want to thank you for the time today in allowing us to know something about a weakness that others may see that you have, but it doesn't appear you have received it as a weakness, and you use it for God's glory. We are better because there are people like you on this planet. So thank you again for allowing us to hear your story. Okay. Thank you guys again for joining us for Inverted Podcast. We can't wait to see you next time. Bye-bye.
Thank you for listening to the Inverted Podcast. For more information, visit our website, timberridgechurch.com, or you can check out our social medias at Timber Ridge Church.